Yes, there is a bit of BGA news, and it's not great. Rainier's been properly yelling at BGA admins here. Because BGA apparently is changing how ELO works in a few ways. Mostly because they don't like what's going on with ELO applied to cooperative play and people who are multi-accounting. And for some reason, instead of trying to fix the problem at its core, which is multi-accounting, and ELO doesn't do well with everything. So instead of trying to fix those, they're just making the ELO system crazier. They're adding ELO decay, which is ridiculous. Or a ridiculous amount of ELO decay. Which will cause ELOs to deflate and mess up the whole system, in my opinion. Oh, a game. And then the other thing they're doing, which affects me even more, and is what I posted about in forum, is that the red thumb mechanic is going to be changing, and they're not specific on how. But if, worst case scenario, they're making it so that red thumbs don't affect arena matchmaking, they're really going to have to up the karma threshold, or they're going to lose me as a player in some ways. Because as is very obvious, I care about match quality intensely. And that includes not being matched with people who are likely to quit. So, I mean, thankfully I've gotten the ELO achievements and can care a little less about ELO now. But yeah. Well, it might get Zach to match me less. Which might get my win rate up. Hello, Sivir. Sorry to hear you're sick. Hello, Adiamant. KLJ. Imagine if such an ELO change was made in chess. ELO decay is a good thing, you think? If applied correctly, it could be good, but do you trust BGA to apply it correctly? I think is the bigger deal. So, interesting pack here. The miners are decent, but not amazing, highlighted by Food Basket, Chicken Coop, Nest Site, Forest Well. In the 4th seat, want to keep that in mind. House Steward, Furniture Maker, Stockman, Nutrition Expert. House Bookmaster, Butler, Schnapps. Alright, so it looks like getting some veggies might be helpful for a wheel. House Steward might be the best pick here. I'm not a huge fan of playing Big House, but against a strong table it might be less of an issue. Less likely to have opponents who build needlessly big. Food Basket's just great, in my opinion. And House Steward's happy getting Animal Dealer, I don't know about Stockman. Animal Dealer, Furniture Maker, Butler, and maybe Schnapps back, so this is okay. Also, obviously, knowing that this is in the draft while nobody else does is a thing. The Elo Decay has no impact on Arena. Wonderful play saying Arena's the worst defender. Yeah, tie that into me saying, imagine them actually doing it right. I like Little Stick Knitter with Big House. Against a good table, do expect it to be policed properly, so just have to be extra careful about that. Nothing else here looks amazing. Carpenter's, like, fine. Canoe is a brief thought because adding Reed can be good when needing a big house. But Feed Pellets, I think, is just too strong to not take here. Carpenter's Axe is fine. Woodcraft Carpenter's Axe is kind of fun because you could trigger at least one of them every time you take wood, unless you're getting to exactly 6 wood. But not worth going for, I don't think. I do like Agrarian Fences. I think I'll be happy with a bunch of stuff, minor-wise, coming back here. Clay Puncher could be interesting if I go for Clay House. Kind of tempted by Soil Scientist, but not really. I don't mind seeing Second Spouse in the draft when trying to win House Steward. I think House Steward Little Stick and Food Basket tells me I should probably go for Big House. Yeah, I'm sure about that huge parenthetical, Rainier. That's the first thing I see in chat. I'm right. We can't trust it. I'm always right. Oh, we're not Soon Premium anymore. As Thrall is just asking about it now. How wild would it be if arena games were their own separate thing? That would be kind of wild. I'm going to say that's pretty wild. You'd like to believe that everything will be better. Nope, sorry. Alright, there is significant Clay House support here. I'm sad I didn't go for Soil Scientist now, because this actually looks kind of fun. Needs a Mineralogist, though. Shepherd's Crook for even more sheep. Mineral Feeder's probably not a thing because of its reed cost. Clay Supply is just good. Priest is somewhat... Oh, you know what I could just do is Shepherd's Crook Sheepkeeper. That seems really smart. What about just Sheepkeeper? Surely that won't backfire. Yeah, that'll be totally fine. I like New Purchase a lot in general, but on Big House it doesn't really fit. Hey, in the Times, you like the sheep? I'll still try to get all the sheep. And as long as sheep's being added to the game, it'll be fine. There's also a chance that this wheels, and there's no chance Clay Supply wheels, whereas Clay Supply is a great start player miner from seat 4. So, if I was first or second seat, I might be taking Shepherd's Crook here. But Clay Supply is really perfect for 4th seat in a lot of games. I am upset. Because Rustic makes the Clay House thing kind of work. Nah, I don't need it. What's going to be actually good here is if I wheel Schnapps and take Potato Planter here. That seems like good food. Lots of good free miners this game. I'm not considering the Hostel because I feel like Butler was just like an easy wheel from either my first or second pack, whichever one of them had weaker occupations. I don't remember anymore. Chop House is not what we're doing. Ravenous Hunger is somewhat reasonable, but I'll just take another decent free miner. Bam. I don't see being able to play any of these. I guess I misremembered the details on Butler, but getting Schnapps back is awesome here. You see Vincent is going for growth at 5 this game, L Scout? I also see that. Wonderful Plays bringing up the obvious point that they could just ask top players, but no, they know better themselves. They don't need help. Designing Elo systems is quite orthogonal to being good at board games? Sure. Alright, do I go with underrated building expert? Probably. Big house building expert sounds good. And my early Ox are like, I want to play 4 Ox early, which is not advisable. Well, I'm not taking Corf, so I'm taking another free Ock. Free Miner. Sure. I don't think I'm playing Woodcraft. There's a small chance I play Furrows. Alright, talk myself into it. Into a pick that won't matter. Fourth seat. If I get expensive Ock, I play Potato Planter and go for 1 read. If I get 3 wood, I take 3 wood. The last thing I want to do is try to fit in a 5th Ock early when I'm not going for Stork. And look what wheeled. Oh, yes. I am the best. I really hope I can play Potato Planter here, and that's not something you'll hear me say too often. Because Potato Planter 1 read, round 2 Clay Pit plus Veggie is probably better for that first Fireplace, which I do want with Little Stick. That is part of the tactics of justifying Little Stick, is to hope no one has capacity and take the first Fireplace. Oh, you know what is in this game is freaking the Ock that lets you buy a Fireplace. That might have been worth taking, upon reflection. Uh-huh. Right. Okay. Well, that might be an issue. We'll see. So Zach has an informant. Good. I'm glad we're at yet another day of me not having the best cards at the table. Which, in fairness, should happen 3 out of 4 games. Expecting Zizak to either start or start. Unless Day Labor does. Which means I am on Plow or Day Labor myself. Because 2 wood's not going to be there. There was a Petrified Wood, so Zizak might start with that. Nest Site is nice. Alright, I already feel like I'm being 4th seeded. Good times. The reason I'm not plowing is that if I want a big house and Shepherd's Crook, I'm only looking at 2 fields anyway. Alright. Major is in round 3 or 4, so I'm going to expect to not be able to buy first Fireplace due to Hollow Warden. This probably goes Ak-Ak. To read, I think, was more important than starting my Octrain. Especially because the Schnapps potato part of the Octrain is not rolling. Ha! Guess I'm not playing House Steward. I hate everything. Why do I play this game? Can start Clay Supply. Can just take 2 wood. Can just take 2 clay and hope Lizurachua doesn't start. Lawn Fertilizer, not useful with the Shepherd's Crook. I need to remind myself. Literally, you right now in another game? Yeah. Silver, the game chat is exactly what our chat is. It's just saying, wow, that's a statement. Round 2 Butler. It's pretty much exactly the same. Nice childless opening. Thanks, L-Scout. I hope you especially like my deep thinking before day laboring last round. What led you to take a break? You have to go deep inside yourself and pick up the feeling of revenge and righteousness, and that you are just better than the other players. So screw the card disadvantage, screw the seat disadvantage, you're just gonna win anyway. I'm just gonna win anyway. You'll try that in January. Alright, can I get 4 Clay Hearth here? I'm gonna click Doubt, but I hope I can. 4 Clay Hearth looks like a good move sequence for Zizak. You do win anyway, but at what cost? Oh, wow. Count me in. I'm not doing this to get 3 sheep or 4 sheep, because I won't. Kind of hope Lizurachua would rather play Hollow Warden than build Fireplace straight up. But of course not. It's fine. I'll build Hearth next round. I could play Little Stick, but I'd rather wait to see what the flip is. Maybe I kill both my first picks and it'll be fine. Day Laborer taking expensive Ock because Furniture Maker gives an extra wood for that. If you get bad cards, just don't play any cards. Clearly. Clearly. Well, I get free Ock here. Am I going potato planting right now? It gives me the best set of options. Well, maybe build is slightly better. No, potato next round doesn't make sense. 4 Clay 2 Reader are likely to both be taken. I'm just gonna build. Even though free Ock is there, I don't know what Ock I really want to play. Like, Building Expert might be my best Ock choice. If not for Little Stick, so, I wanted Ock rounds 1 and 2, couldn't get it. Now it's round... Well, round 1 I couldn't get it. Round 2 I declined to, prioritize it first move. And now round 3, I declined to prioritize it at all. You don't think Zizak would risk it with Informant given Lazura I can just do it? That's very fair. Fish Friend! Oh my god! Oh my god, what a fish friend. Someone's gonna police that, right? I'm now worried about lover-type stuff from Lazura. Lover Priest would be really gross. That's what I'm thinking is actually gonna happen, El Scout, but you know, a man's got a dream. Lover Priest sounds gross. Oh, it kinda does, doesn't it? I'll avoid making any jokes about that. I think I want to go 4 wood hearth. Two reed potato was also a consideration. Alright, Day Laborer, take that travel. No! Take the traveling, Zizak! I can't do it! You can do it, Zizak! Potato planter later. Zizak is a hero. Though, I kind of wanted Zizak to start. Whatever. Alright, well, the Day Labor move in round 1 does actually pay off because I didn't need to worry about food with my round 3 and 4 actions. Let's see if Lazura starts for 6 wood, leaving the sheep to me. Takes the sheep, leaves 6 wood to Day Labor. Those are the options. The pause is either a nice little bluff that they don't have Lover, or is actually because this is a difficult decision. It is going to be sheep. And now if Bro doesn't flip, I have a very easy little stick into sheep grow. Lest someone takes one sheep. If it is Grow, kind of think Day Laborer still takes 6 wood. So Zach grows. I can do whatever. Okay. Not grow. We're gonna stick it up. Big stick energy. Zach with Carpenter's Axe. Freeze, this is a stick up. Alright. Vincent finally, well, I don't know. Vincent not screwing me over with this flip today, but surely me playing Little Stick means it'll be growing 6. Regardless, I am not too far off from my next room. Next round, there's some fun sequences, like Wood Building Expert Reedstone plus Reed. What I don't like doing, necessarily, is playing Little Stick when someone else has already declared Big House. But I don't think I have too many other choices based on my draft. Something that is mildly confusing right now to me is that if I'm remembering my opening pack, an animal dealer disappeared, which is not typically something that disappears before a schnapps distiller. And I don't think Lizardtwi is going Priest. I don't think Day Laborer has it, because I want to say Day Laborer took Furniture Maker out of that pack. I could just be wrong. Could just be misremembering stuff. We will see. Alright, well, Zizak is start player. And can consider parking or not parking immediately. Day Laborer is a little hungry. Chicken Coop for Lizardtwi is an interest... Oh, with wood. Okay. Chicken Coop with wood is fair enough. Though, upgrading Fireplace to Hearth also seems kind of natural there. Regardless, it's not Lover, so that's good. Late Grow! Vincent did it! Oh my god. And Zizak's gonna park it up. Wonderful. Things might be going my way this game. And while I was complaining about card quality, it is only Zizak who's shown any card quality above mine, because Fish Friend, Butler, Carpenter is definitely not better than Little Stick and some schnapps abilities. Vincent is on our side. PayPal has been sent. Has Vincent sent me the cheat codes to control the flips? I mean, in some sense, yes. We get a mineral feeder from Zizak. Fascinating. I could go for 2 read in Potato, in the name of Potato. I think I will, actually. Because Lazuritrol wants to Priest build. Day Laborer is hungry, but might try to take Reed first. Alright. Yeah, I think Day Laborer is way more likely to take 2 Reed than 4 Wood, so I think I get 4 Wood back. We're not playing House Steward this game, Erwin. Not sure if you were here, but Day Laborer played a Stage 1 Butler. So I'm not committed to 6 rooms. House Steward is not necessarily something I'd usually slow play, I guess, to answer your question, even if you were here. Kind of think I should just play Potato here. Well, no, neither of these players are playing Ock, right? Why would Day Laborer Ock here instead of Fish? Like, I could Fish. Feels a little wasteful. Fish Friend probably does proc again here. Next round, 2 food for Lazuritrol. It is... Oh, what the heck? Well, there's a card that is better than my stuff. Interesting. How was I supposed to predict that? I'm not, right? I'm just not supposed to predict that. It's messed up, man. That's messed up. I didn't take the action I needed. I will admit. I will admit to not taking the action I exactly needed. But that was not something I could foresee. Okay. Taking a moment to compose myself. Zach is growing. With what I do not know. I'm taking wood. Lazuritrol might consider building the well or playing House Bookmaster. Or start. I mean, ideally I get to wood build grow. That's the nasty possibility. Alright, I just have to go for that, I think. And 3 food is better tempo. Also, giving Le Zurich 2 more food is 2 more reasons for Le Zurich not to take 2 sheep. I think I will... Well, okay, this is a useless hypothetical, actually. Never mind. The only way I can grow is to... yeah. Alright. Zach doing a 3 wood to 3 stone here, threatening the well. I love that. I was gonna say I would, like, build rooms and then tactically beg, but the only way I can grow is by getting 4 food. Which card did he play? Day Laborer played Young Farmer. Feeding dish for Le Zurich. Oh, that's not good news. It's fine. I don't think I'm getting the sheep. I feel pretty confident Le Zurich wants to House Bookmaster. At some point. But that doesn't have to be for another 4 rounds. Meaning a sheep grab is pretty viable for them. Okay, even if I was super sure that I'm not getting the sheep here, I should still do this, because my alternative is doing something like Building Expert, hope for Reedstone, food Reed, but I think Day Labor probably takes Reed anyway. And that makes my build next round impossible. The question here is, do I go for the stables? I mean, I probably should. Or Day Laborer could go plowing, because they played Young Farmer and really should. If I knew Day Laborer was plowing, I would have played Building Expert Resource Market. That's why I'm frustrated. I did consider traveling to stop Fish Friend, but The more I juice Fish Friend, the fewer reasons Le Zurich-Trois has to take sheep. Not sure how good that justification is, but it's something. It's a small edge that might pay off. I'm worried about point ceiling, and I guess wood still. My read is that Zizak first moves the well. I'm pretty sad that I just haven't had a chance to potato it up. Yeah, I'm going to say being 4th seat really took away chances to accelerate my game. New purchase is pretty nice. With all that food. Day laborer, gonna day laborer. Zizak not taking the well here. I mean, that's definitely a good move to take 4 wood. Wood is kind of sus for people this game. I do want to take 1 sheep at the end of this round. But I don't have confidence about potato value. Is it too late for building expert? Alright, I'm just taking the stone. There's such a small chance I get the well. That's not really what I'm going for, but I don't feel like I can let it go. Read for another room is also viable. I just want to also get veggies and get more actions. Yeah, this is... a lot of this has been good, but it's also been far from perfect. At least I have the last 2 actions of the round in a row this time. And it's kind of funny to want that in some sense, but I really like having it for tactical purposes. Le Zurich-Trois takes well. Hopefully causing some regret in Zizak's world. We get an undo. Wonder if Day Laborer is fishing instead. I think I try to breed pigs next round. Kind of think Zizak takes 3 wood here. Does that mean I should take the reed? I also kind of want to travel here. Also, I don't have 2 actions in a row. Why did I say I did? I'm gonna take the sheep now. I'm probably a little more agnostic than I should be about this traveling versus forest. But it works out in the direction I was hoping. Alright, I definitely have immediate food concerns that I'm not happy about. Yeah, that was just a bait. Though I'm not sure I actually benefited more. Day labor actually doesn't have to grow first move. Four food grain, so not a bad move. It's not build though. The well's gone, Mighty. And Zach didn't take it when he had the chance either. I'm concerned that I don't know what Zach's doing here. Well, every game's different, Mighty. And we know Zach really likes the well, but... Okay. Okay, dude! Sure, you needed that. Surely you needed that. Yeah, I think Zach is probably housebook now. Good card. Well, it's not when I expected to start using potato schnapps, but it is what it is. Next round, first move, 2 read. Well, no, 4 wood if I can. Then hope for 2 read or 6 clay. Red evilness check. No shot 1 read is the move for red. Like, it definitely kills me. But I think I've been killed enough here. And Zazak has not been killed. If Lazura Troll wants to open next round on 6 clay into build, they still can. Just take Reedstone. So do you want to sacrifice a stone and a food where the food helps you buy crops? I don't know. You could. My move is veggie regardless. I don't know. I think that just gives Zach the win. Alright, well... Well, I thought it wasn't justified enough. You have red thumbed? Yeah, I don't think I would ever go that far. Lazuratra is very highly rated, and a lot of being a good player is throwing in the proper defense, but I was hoping they would be seeing enough of what I was seeing that you think it's king making? If you think so, then it's your right to act how you think you should. There's also this sequence, which doesn't help Lazura Chua very much. And then, yeah, chat, I'm going to be really transparent here. I no longer care how this game goes. Maybe that's not a big surprise. These moves from Zizak and Lazurtra are fairly defensible. I knew the risk I was taking. I just really didn't think it was quite likely enough. This was like a 10 to 20% chance of happening, is how I judged it. I've taken some insane beating. I think I have, yeah. Is there a point of playing Potato Planter last? There could be, but the problem was, food-wise, I did have to go Expensive-Ock before Cheap-Ock, and that made Cheap-Ock, like, extra tempting. I could have maybe played Schnapps. Last move... No, it's still blockable. Like, the edge is still 3 food in the hearth. Well, hopefully Lazurtra gets 2 delayed by taking 1 read. That's all I can really hope for, that the game's karma takes care of itself. There's definitely some stick envy. Some little stick envy. Which is, you know, interesting. I'm going for 2 cows. Not necessarily expecting to get them. Maybe they didn't see the secondary consideration where they lose out on 6 clay because of it. I mean, if you make someone beg, you know, there's extra chances you lose out on what you actually want. Okay, Animal Dealer. So I won't be getting 2 cows. Unfortunately, I do think I'm taking 1 read. Even though I could just wait. I do have a lot of miners to start with late in this game. So I don't need a read right now for Food Basket. It could be a bunch of other things. That's certainly for plow. Right? Day labor's double building. What is it? 3 wood, plow, 2 cows, 2 pigs, 3 sheep. I should eliminate one of those options. I think I need the wood the most. You could argue that everyone needs the wood the most. I don't see how you do this sequence without opening plow, though. Sure is good they have 2 read right now. There goes plow. Three stone for day laborer. Let's see if Zach does have this house bookmaster. It's now or never. I assume it's now. House bookmaster is perfect. No. Yeah, I thought I was pretty confident House Bookmaster would happen from someone. Okay. Single cow is still there. Obviously, start is there. If I take cow, I could eat both pigs. Start forest well, take 2 reed. I do need to play shepherd's crook. And I'm happy with either round 12 space. Lizurchua taking normal fences. I guess not needing bake fence. Not needing to block so. Do I have a goal score for this game? I guess 39, which would be 45 with 2 beggars. I mean, it's definitely important, like, if you end up taking beggars, to try to ignore the fact that you have beggars. Alright, Zach is Renoing, but no House Bookmaster. And needs Fireplace. Okay, yeah, definitely not House Bookmaster in that case. Butler doesn't need Stonehouse. Okay, clear Reed Bank. And I think Cow is the... well, that or 2 wood. Probably has to be 2 wood. Taking Cow would be great here. If I had the time. Sure, I'll eat a clay. Round 12, plow, 3 wood, 2 cow. Should I have left 2 wood because that creates a 5th good move? Maybe. Well, no, start player's the other 5th good move. No, this is fine. Three clay on clay pit's good for me. It's either 2 points or 1 point for food. And a veggie. Yes, I am assuming ahead of time that no one's taking Reed Bank at 1 this round. Zach does proc Mineral Feeder. That's the motivation for 3 sheep last round. Feeding Dish is a great reason for Animal Dealer. Was Feeding Dish maybe the first miner? Yeah, it's not what I wanted to see. Because now I have to prove that start player is the 5th good action. What I'm afraid of is that the 5th good action is 2 wood. Yeah, what I really want next round is 3 wood. And that's not a great place to be in this late in the game. Obviously, if I didn't build the stables, this wouldn't be an issue. I took the greedy line, and it extra failed. You know, maybe I could have opened this round 3 wood, which is insane. No, that's too insane. Urgent in 12 when it shows up. Rule. Hey, Brindlin, thanks. Nope, I got a little greedy, and I got blocked in what I was perceiving to be like a 10 or 20% chance of being blocked. Oh yeah, second spouse in this game. Ugh. Yeah, and I'm quite unhappy about it. And I'm just hoping that the game gives Les Urchwa enough karma for their decision. They have a second read right now, and they could have a second read, a stone, and a food, or have taken any other action on a pretty dry board. But, you know, their game looks kind of incomplete right now, and I hope it ends up incomplete as a result. Beggars are always tactical if you have them. Ayo. Apparently start wasn't the, fifth best action on the board. I'm starting for 3 wood in defenses. It does give Les Urchwa Plauso. But, it's okay. Day Labor going Day Labor rather than the Clay Pit. I hope it's sensible for both of us that that works out that way. Day Laborer wants Reedstone and 2 Renos in the last 2 rounds. I want a Reno, Les Urchwa wants a Reno. So there's 3 Renos and 4 desired. That's fun. It's not sure that Day Labor is growing, but if they do, I highly suspect a Master Builder. Because Reedstone gets them a stone oven. So that's what I'm expecting, but, you know. Expectation and reality. Okay, Luxurious Hostel. Right. Were we winning even if we didn't get blocked? I thought the block firmly put Zizak in the lead. And we'll see if that ends up being true or not. Yeah, so Les Urchwa took 1 read when they could have taken Reedstone. Or anything else on that board, which, again, was not a great board, but wasn't completely empty. Zazak gets Plowso of all people. Lazuratron taking pigs is fine. I could take Plow here, but I'm already a little lucky Zazak didn't fence. Stone would be nice for that Reno. Feed pellets is pretty useful here if I don't get a different sheep action in order to hit Sheepkeeper. Lazuratron would like the sheep for breeding, though. Makes sense. I don't know what Lazuratron is doing about fields, because that's a lot of empty space. Maybe they have fence fields, yes. You get a free field for every square adjacent to your pastures. Day labor are taking day labor instead of 4 clay. Zazak has been greedy enough on grow. Funny that the Lazuratron didn't block grow. Plow is still there. Why switch animals? If you can't see it, I can't explain it. Yeah, we haven't seen Lazuratron's first pick. Sorry, I need a little, like, breather here. People are talking to me about real world stuff, and I'm having a moment. Zazak started. That's nice. 2 stone. Hold on. Why would I renovate? Why would I get myself involved in that? Lazuratron is growing right now. BMW's out there. But Major Minor's not guaranteed to be out there. Cow now. Plow has to be my first move. Reed BMW's nifty. What am I actually hoping for here? Day Laborer needs to take 2 wood twice and threaten fences. Is Zach ever not taking cultivation? No. And can just build 2 stables. Oh, well, instead of BMW, I could take Hollow and threaten Room. Two, 3, 4, 5-point Plowso, 5-point fences. Back up to fences is 2 points, a pig and a sheep. Oh, and then just holding the wood is also viable. Yeah, Zach might not care enough about fencing. So Zach is definitely plow sowing. Has urgent last move. I'm eating pig veg. Do I dare eat clay? I probably have to. If I have dreams of hitting Sheepkeeper. That was one of my candidate moves. Two reed with the veg. 2 stone for Reno. Well, this was to move next round. Sheepkeeper with feed pellets. I mean, it's probably just the reed. This keeps the... Well, the room isn't really a great option anymore, which is unfortunate. BMW is at risk because Lazurichois exists and Day Labor has a young farmer for sowing. Red couldn't second spouse. Oh, true. For Gore. And I could just play feed pellets now. No, I need to eat too many veggies the rest of this game. Hi, Merrick. Yes, you basically did. Day Labor opting to major, so... Right here. Okay. Yep, that makes sense. Also a good enough reason to have not aimed for it on a Reno move. It's a long story, Merrick. I'll let chat fill you in. Chat, please fill him in. Yeah, and in the end, I'm not in terrible shape, but things could be so much better. It would be very nice to take second. I would be very happy if I managed to take second here. This is my version of caterwauling? Yes. I would hope to not get saltier than this. Yeah, exactly. That they outsmarted themselves is what I'm hoping, well, what I was hoping they saw in the first place and then didn't act on. So, here we are. It ruins friendships. That's why I'm not playing with friends. I mean, Zizak is basically, like, is a friend, but not because of prior engagements. It's because of we're both crazy people. Think it's more likely that the 6... I don't know. I kind of take issue with thinking about placements that early on when they're not for first place. Okay, I lost my trains of thought here. Right, if I played Feed Pellets last harvest, I could have gone veg to cow. So my ideal endgame here, I think, is some kind of veg move, whether that's clay, reed, veg, or sow. And feed pellets and sheep keeper. One food versus two food for the Yak doesn't matter to me. Is this Master Builder? Is there actually a Master Builder here? Day laborer realizing they are a tiny bit hungry. Zizak does get fencing back, icing the game in his favor. GG, Zizak. Yeah, Esoteric, we talked about that at the end of last stream, is that I haven't had a good record against the Zach recently. Obvious Master Builder is obvious. Yeah, wait, so Day Laborer got fence blocked. Yeah, okay, whatever. Hey, Zach. GG. Hoping it was Hide Farmer and they just got blocked. I also hope so. Animal Reeve? Oh. That also sounds very possible. Effectively the same as Hide Farmer. That would explain their fence arrangement. 3 stables for Day Laborer. $26, $29, $37 for Day Laborer. I don't think I had a better move there, but I probably should have taken more than a brief second to look at it. Your Tubor was good. I think most of chat doesn't disagree with that. I'm hoping I don't have to eat too many points here, because I didn't count. I believe it's way better for me to take the sheep here, to immediately proc Sheepkeeper and then be able to eat whatever I need. This 7th sheep is a point, so I don't lose a point net when I do that. Now I can eat Reed, Clay, Pig. No, this works out. I hit my goal! I'm gonna hit 39! Also, if that ends up being the result, me at 39, Lizardois at 40 or 37, Day Labor 37, Zach 45. Seems like the one read move ends up king making. Yep, exactly, Zach. Are they going to lose tiebreakers too? Let's go. Karma. You're 44. Oh. Violence does rarely end well. We did get Kingmaked. And obviously these things happen in multiplayer games a lot. But, you know. Lizardschwa can hopefully add this experience to their overall Agricola experience and get better from it, so... No, Catchy. Reedstone, I think chat has concluded, was maybe not better than Reed, but there was a clay move, apparently. At least I gained points. That's because I've been doing pretty bad recently, Zazak. Peasant Maid, yeah. Thanks, JPP. Yes, Merrick, but the key is that neither Reed move was really best for them. This is too late in the game, right? $289. Plow was there? Oh, Plow was probably there too. You didn't intend to end on 3 rooms? Fair. Thanks, KLJ. Thanks, Kairani and Catchy as well. Specific move 289. Or 288. They do have Animal Reef. Wow, they noticed the block even though they put opponents' farms underneath. Okay, so this is their... Okay, so they have 4 clay available. Why did they want 4 clay, chat? Or at least it buys them 6. Who else has actions? Me. And I'm... What am I doing? I still need food even if I get a Schnapps veggie, so I'm on fishing or veg seeds. Probably veg seeds. That was before we saw Second Spouse. So, I mean, just plow, right? Why not just plow? Or take 2 wood. 2 wood means that neither Zazak nor I get 4 next round. Yeah, I said I was taking veg. I think it's relatively clear I'm taking veg. That would have been funny and also, like, pretty wild, but... Lizardschwa has crops. They have Housebook Master. But opted for the well instead. Fair. You're going 3rd next round. Going 3rd next round with 4 wood 6 wood 4 wood 6 clay plow, even though you don't really want 6 clay. Yeah, but if you have Second Spouse, then taking a read at all. Taking a read to go to 6 clay build was what I was thinking, not remembering Second Spouse, but... Yeah, I think it has to... I think my greed is justified. Plow's available. It's the end of round 9. There's 1 field on the board. Okay. Was red ever... I took both Ox that round. And I took it aggressively because I needed the exact sequencing of expensive before cheap. And when you take expensive Ock, you're telling the world you need Ock, the other Ock. At least when you do it super early with Ock differentials. Did they see Mole Plow? No. Forest did. Wow. And Whiskey and Master Builder. Okay. Forrestin couldn't have been your second pick. Yeah, so I mean, you don't see any plows in the draft, and then, okay, yeah. I've said enough. Do you all want to see a really cool Great Western Trail move? I hope you all want to see a really cool Great Western Trail move. This is in the Mind Sports Olympiad tournament. And it's going to be fine because perfect information, my current status doesn't matter. We're in a corner case of Great Western perfect information about my move. This is my move. It took me 7 lines to write it out in notes. My train is here. I have 10B in the canyon hazard spot. If I draw 3 cards, I can guarantee 7 in my hand with a 3rd cert to get to deliver 10 in Chicago. The key here is using building 10B to drive my train into this station, letting me unlock hand size to make sure I can get my 7th card out of my deck here. What I'm going to do is discard my gray cow here, discard my white cow here. I'm ditching my 4th builder into the station upgrade, and immediately bouncing to hire another builder and chain an extra good building to pop me into 10B, which is going to be get a coin for every builder and then move 1. It's a nasty move right here. Boom. What was especially crazy about this sequence, making it pretty rare to see anything like this, includes that I had enough money to pay for this station, pay for even if I was forced to hire one of these expensive builders, and unlock hand size, and do the special build action. Being able to do cool Great Western moves, oof. That's a beauty. Great Western is awesome. Highly recommend it. I think it gets a little stale faster than other Euros of its complexity. Like somewhere in the 50 to 100 game zone is where it got a little stale for me. But I very much enjoy playing it about 5 times a year still. Yeah, and if you want to get into it, just search up Rainier's post on BGG for it. Oh, what an amazing move that was. And I only barely had tempo for it, too. But that's more on the strategic discussion that I probably shouldn't get into while the game is still running in a tournament. But showing a move where there was perfect information, I don't mind doing. Great Western has Argentina and New Zealand, yeah. Alright, I need to go. I have real life things happening today that I need to get done. So thank you all for being here today. Appreciate you sticking with me through the rough game. We did recover reasonably well. And I will be back tomorrow, I think. I hope. And we're gonna try to get a win because it's been brutal. It needs to stop being brutal. It will stop being brutal. I'm better than everyone else, Giga Chad. Take care, everyone. I'll see you next time whenever you can make it back. Bye.